Welcome to Europa-Park in Germany. I'm going to show you around this theme park. I did go for 2 days. I only showed you one because otherwise it will bore you. I did miss some bits, but I don't really care. So let's get into this video. So this is the coolest entrance in Germany. It's the best theme park in Germany, in the world, I would say. There's a band. I guess they play in the morning and then they move during the day. Yeah, so the first thing we do is we looked in the shop. I did get 2 records, but they're the same. I just wanted to complete my collection. So now we're heading to the shop. As I've already mentioned, this is the main shop. What sells literally everything in the park. It's got a roller coaster track on the roof. It's also the exit for the flying theatre, which I didn't go on because I didn't have time and mainly forgot about it. And as we head over here, you can see it's got everything. It's even got Rulantica stuff, which is the water park. But as we exit, there is a Coca-Cola shop. We do go in, sells football stuff and a few other bits, as you will see in a couple of seconds after walking there. Right, so this is the Coca-Cola shop. Mainly sells football stuff, but you can buy drinks, polawares, footballs and cups. We are now heading over to the area of Italy. Basically all these areas are countries. This is Italy. The park does open quite early, like I would say opens at 9 mainly. I'm not sure when the actual gates open because I didn't arrive when that happened. This is the first ride you can basically go on in the park. So yeah, it's basically a tour around some areas. You can pedal, but pedaling does nothing. I think it doesn't anyway. There's an on-ride POV. I haven't done it on any of the others because I just didn't. So as we head this way, there is a ghost train. Not scary at all. There's some weird Italian sit-down ride, and that's basically it for this area, except it's got really cool water bit in the middle. Yep, this is the water. Be careful, there is something called Scratcher at the entrance. This is the gift shop for the weirdest ghost train, in my opinion. Lots of cobwebs. I didn't see any spiders in there, just as a warning. A couple of restaurants, and yeah, overall, not my favourite country, but well recommended to start your day. This is the other weird attraction. They're all weird because yeah, this is a shop. You can go in. There's many shops. What sell basically the same item as every other one. I headed into the information place for unknown reasons, as I can't explain. But now, after Italy, you got France. Oui, oui. That's all I know. Cool water features, and my favourite indoor coaster, which is the Can-Can coaster. It's got the Can-Can music, and that's what makes it So if you don't get that, then yeah. There's also Silver Star that way as well. I didn't show you because I couldn't film on any of them rides. There is another ride coming up, which I did show you, the queue line. And yeah, it's about a dragon's birthday, I think. I can't remember what the ride's actually called, but yeah. It's in the front section of the park. No queue at all. I trust you. Probably on the world's busiest day, you'll get a 0 queue. I would say. I'm not 100% sure though. This was a Saturday and this was the queue. 0. I wonder if it ever had a queue when it opened. No idea. But it is an amazing ride, I do recommend. And yeah. Next area is the Plus Country. I say it's the Plus Country because it's Switzerland and their flag is a plus. There is a Matterhorn coaster there. As you saw, it wasn't open when we went by, but I did do it later in the day. There's also a bobsleigh coaster in this area and a chocolate shop, as you will see in moments to come. Also there's some like walkthrough sections, and yeah. That is the Lindt shop. They sell chocolate mainly, and yeah, as you can see, it's very expensive in here and full of chocolate. That's about it. And it's cold. If you're hot, come in here, it's cold. That's it. That's all I can say. And there's a bunny outside, which is quite big. The next area is technically Greece, but we went here because we wanted to go on the observation ride, which I didn't film on because I'm an idiot and I should have done, but I didn't, so bear with me. This is a queue line, also empty. I'm gonna say it quite a lot because I'm just surprised it is quite empty. Queue line is basically a blimp themed ride in the France section of the park. And yeah, there's some seats in the queue line. In the UK, you'll get nothing like this ever. So after we ride that, you've got yet another gift shop kind of thing. This one sells sweets and toy cars and stuff like that. Now we are gonna head this way. There is a train there. Quite a German looking train, obviously, because we're in Germany. And yeah. The ride to the right is the bobsleigh coaster, but now we are heading to Greece. In my opinion, the best water coaster I've ever been on. So here we go. Let's walk down this path. You have got a show to the left of you as you just saw the board. I'll come back to that a bit later. So you can just about see Voltron in the distance. You can't fault Voltron. That is the show I just mentioned, and let's get back to Voltron. Voltron doesn't stop, I believe it or not. But in the Greece area, you've got a monorail station, you've got the coaster, the water coaster, you've got a roller coaster, and you've got a kind of shooting ride, as I would say. Some of this I did on the second day, as you won't see, but there is a point where I do show you. So upcoming is the coaster, so yeah. Don't worry, the coaster is just around this corner, as I'll show you right about now. My favourite water coaster in the world, because it's the only one I've been on, really. I count, because the other one I don't count as a water coaster, really. So now we're heading into the Voltron area, which is... Croatia is a place what only consists of, you guessed it, Voltron and a gift shop and some 4D, I don't think it's 4D, I think it's just a planetarium thing, I don't know. As you go down these stairs, you go straight into Voltron area, which is Croatia. As I've said multiple times, yeah. There's an egg over there, which you're going to see in a minute. This coaster doesn't stop. Once you thought about the inversion you just did, you've just done 10 more. I'm just exaggerating the 10 more because I don't know how many loops it does. It is the best ride on planet Earth I've been on. You know how long the wait time of that ride was, right? Not even 10 minutes on the second day. It was a walk-on. Like, for that ride on a Sunday, a walk-on, wow. There's also a car in this corner. I don't get why, but there's a car in this corner. Yep, and you can see me in the reflection with some AI glasses on, which you will see later on. The next area is a bit sad, because you know what's next? It is Russia. After I show you a bit more of Voltron. Yeah, Russia. It's got Euromir. Sadly, it's going at the end of 2026. Not sure what they're doing with it, because they haven't said, but I will update you if I go next year. So basically it's on top of a glass building. Yeah, and guess what's in here? Oh, a flat ride and some Russian Coca-Cola brand thing. I don't understand. Oh, by the way, the weather is hot. Hotter than normal. And yeah. Oh, also there's a train station here, if you really wanted to know about any of the other things. It also leads to this, which this doesn't count as Russia, counts as the Grand Prix area. This is the Grand Prix kind of area anyway. This is the train you can catch what goes around the park. There is another train, I think. There's also a monorail and a secondary monorail. So many transportation rides, and yeah. So as this goes round, RIP Euromir. The best thing about that ride is the music. Everybody agrees. This is the middle of the park. You can't get any middle than this. Where the line is the middle. Grand Prix is a ride where you pull back a ball on a string and you fire at some objects. There's a film, there's records, there's music, and there's a book for it. That's what was in that shop. It's basically Mario Kart basically, but just on another level. Yep. Made by the Mac family, this theme park is. So they've done it well, but the theming is better than the UK ones by a lot better. 4D glasses. Yep, 3D glasses even. Sorry about the flickers. I don't know how I fix. And this is, I think, the Netherlands or Holland. One of the two. I would say windmill country, but when I was in the Netherlands, I saw not even one windmill. Not even joking. So in this area there's some flat rides, and there is some other rides, including this pirate boat what goes through a Chinese restaurant. So this is the queue line for the pirate ride. I couldn't show you much of it because it got too dark, as you just saw. It's quite good. You do get a little bit wet, like 1% wetness on my scale. Teacup ride to your left, and yeah, that's about it in this area, except there's a kids bit. Through here is a shop for kids. Lovely shop. Sells kids clothes, a load of kids stuff. Not really adults, as I could say, as every shop nearly sells the records, just so you know. Monorail up above. 2 monorails, as you can see, right in front of you. Lovely. The monorail does have aircon inside, but not the one where it's open. But this way, I think, I can't really say, I think it's Scandinavian countries. What's got rapids? Yeah, Scandinavia. It's got rapids, it's got, I think, a dark ride, but I don't think I've ever been in it, but I'm not sure. And a weird shop that sells shoes, which in the UK you wouldn't get that. Like, yeah. So as we walk down here, there is one ride coming up, and there is rapids, as I've already said. On this scale of wetness, you probably get maybe a 4, maybe a 3 on the wetness scale. When you're saying that, so you know. This is the shop that sells the shoes and stuff. So yeah. Also, sells some kids stuff. That is the ride to your left. I don't think I've ever been on it. No, I haven't. So the next country is Iceland. The country Iceland, not the shop. And it has Woden. It has Blue Fire, I think it's called, and an ice cream shop and some other bits. Oh, and a water ride, which on the wetness scale is probably a 2 or a 3 again. I didn't mention the other one at a wetness scale, but so the water coaster I mentioned has a wetness scale of probably a 6. A 10 is literally nothing's dry at all. Like you're gone. But Magnum is the shop. You get to customize your own. Takes forever. I only recommend if you really, really want to do it. But if it's like, oh, I want an ice cream, just don't do it. That's the wooden coaster. I didn't show you over in that area because I went from coaster to coaster. And yeah, this is the coaster shop. What sells what you can see on the screen. I hope you enjoy my Europe trip. I haven't mentioned it was Europe trip. But yeah, the coaster you can see in front of you is the Super Soaker one, which is in Atlantica, I think. Yeah, it's in Atlantica. It's called Atlantica Super Splash, and that has a wetness rating of probably a 7 or 6. Unless you go when the show is on, then it's like an 8. There is some floats that go around as well. Well, that was the only float I've seen. Yeah, I mean an 8 because if the show's on, you get chucked with a bucket of water. Like the whole boat gets chucked. Even though it's a super splash, you do not get that wet, unlike the one in Europa-Park, which is probably a 10. Which, yeah. Next is Spain. Sorry, this is the worst place I have filmed. I missed most of it. I'm very sorry, but coming up is the highlights, what I missed around the park, which was the second day. I hope you enjoy this segment. So, yeah. So, this is what I've missed. Left is a log flume, middle is a boat ride, and right is bumper cars. So, that was day 2. I went straight to the monorail to try and find the Arthur ride, which was a whole mistake. So sorry, I missed that. There is a train station and a show and a horse show and a mine train kind of ride. That's what I missed. I admit it, I'm sorry, and let's move on. So now, this is the hunt for the Arthur ride, which mistakenly, I should have continued, but we watched the ice skating show. But I didn't show you me going in it because I'm an idiot again. But now we are going into the areas we've already done, and trust me, you will do that quite a lot because this is France. Yep. By the way, you've seen that train before. I know. You will go down paths multiple times, and yeah. So we are heading over. Basically, we're heading in the direction of Arthur. Arthur is a indoor, outdoor roller coaster with the... I can't explain the story. It's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids in a bug's life inside a freaky dream kind of thing. But as you head through, you've got England, you've got Ireland, and the kids area. England is kind of a letdown, but because there's not really much to do. I did the show on the second day. It might not be there when you go, but if it is, enjoy the science show. There's arcades, and this way is the boat ride I showed you earlier with the jets. And yeah, can't remember what country that's in because I'm an idiot at remembering stuff. So this way is to the boats. Whether the flag is red, white, red, I think. This is the kids area. I would say there's like one ride here that you can go on. But yeah, that's about it. Apart from that, enjoy yourself. None of these rides have a massive queue. So this is Arthur. Oh, it's a suspended coaster. This ride. It's got a feel of one in Phantasialand, which is a dueling coaster, which you'll see if you subscribe and wait. Basically that. So you've got like 2 seats facing forwards and then one that's slightly slanted inwards. And yeah, it's got a really familiar feel to a coaster in Phantasialand, but I'll get more into that when we get to that theme park. In here is a restaurant, couple of benches, and you guessed it, a gift shop. Every ride nearly has a gift shop, if you believe it or not. More of a kids kind of gift shop. Anyway, it's quite dark in here, but not as dark as the queue line for the pirate ride in Bolivia, I think it was. And yeah, so basically you don't go that way, that is the exit, but you get the gist of it. I was just showing you the gift shop. And the coaster itself, there is a good section which plays some weird music. To be honest, I don't get why mainland Europe loves our music, even though they don't speak our language. So now we are heading back to the main entrance to say goodbye, which these videos will be quite long, I admit. So I will see you when we hop into France. This is what a German arcade looks like, if you ever know. Even though it's in the England area, which is weird. So yeah, we're heading back. So guy on the Segway. I don't get that, but street performers, I would say they are. We are heading back slowly and surely to the entrance. I've only got like 2 minutes left of the video. He juggles quite good, but you can get quite lost in this theme park if you don't use a map. So we are near Italy as we say goodbye once again, and I will see you hopefully. Oh, train! I get distracted sometimes on the voiceover too. Also, I said goodbye too early, so sorry about the noises in the background. If you can hear any, I'm just doing voiceovers. So there is a show in Italy. Anyway, you can get further your eye if you really wanted to, but I don't see the appeal as we exit. Keep saying bye because we are leaving, and that's a reminder. As we walk this way, I would say 2 days in the theme park is better, because one day you're like rushing around going, oh, I ain't done this, I ain't done this. Like the log flume. I wouldn't have got the log flume. I wouldn't have gone on the mine train coaster, and I wouldn't have gone on boat lake thing, and I went on 2 other shows. And yeah, the main way. You know what country this is? Germany. Main area is Germany as you walk in. Now, I will say goodbye and I'll see you in France for my next video. Ta-ra!